Hi guys, Diane here. Welcome to my crafty corner. Tonight I wanted to go over my favorite things for 2015. And what you're looking at right now are my stitched dies. That is my most grabbed for dies in 2015 are these particular stitched rectangle dies. One is made by Fawn and the other is made by Simon Says Stamp, and I love them both equally. Next is a set by W+9. It's their Sunshine set, and I just absolutely love the border, the scallop border. I'm also crazy about the stitched ovals. I have My Favorite Things on the right and Lawn Fawn on the left, and I use them both equally. These two sets are by Mama Elephant is on the left and Avery Elle is on the right, and I love everything about both of those sets. I reach for them all the time. The tag, the bow, the scallops, I love them all. So, yeah. Next, you're looking at the next thing that I grab most often, and that, of course, is my Cuttlebug. My favorite inks as far as backgrounds is my Distress inks. I do have all of them. They are all kept in these tins. I keep a little sheet with colors on them just so that I can see it from the outside, and I just love this system. The next inks that I use are VersaFine for any of my sentiments, and My Favorite Things Black Licorice, I believe it is, for all of my Copic stamping. Anything I'm going to do Copic, I find this ink is the absolute best ink for that process. My next favorite thing are Copic markers, guys. I know, they're so expensive, but nothing colors like a Copic. I do not have very many. I'm only getting the ones that I really need, but I love them. I mix them in with my Spectrum Noirs, and it's wonderful. That leads me to this chart. Sandy Allnock's chart, her hex chart, is fabulous. I have learned so much from her chart, so if you guys haven't already downloaded it, get over there and do it. If you own Copics, you will love it. This has explained hands down to me how this system works. I never understood the Copic coloring up until now. I get it. I love this chart. As you can see, I only have a few colors myself, but I actually use her chart, which, by the way, printed out on my printer, was spot on in color, and I'm able to pick the new colors that I want to get next. So I love it. Next would be the dies that I use for boxes, bags, and gifts. This one is made by Cheery Lynn Designs. It's the Scalloped Party Favor box. It is a miniature French fry box, and I just love it. Of course, the Lawn Fawn bag, the treat bag. This is the Little Bee box and bow set. This is a fantastic little set. It looks like a little ring box. It's just beautiful. I use it all the time for baby showers and wedding showers and things. Great box. And of course the pillow box die by Lawn Fawn, my all-time favorite for gift cards and little treats, and I use that one constantly as well. So those are the dies that I reach for most often when I'm giving a gift. And they've been well used this year, guys. Okay, so next we're going to get into my sentiment dies. These are the dies that I reach for all the time if I'm going to be using a die cut sentiment. Lawn Fawn has so many of them, and the ones that I use are right there. The Little Bee products, the Little Bee ones, I really love the size and the simplicity of them. And then the Tattered Lace dies, I'm crazy about those as well. They have just about every combination of anything you would want to put on a card. And what I like about it is I can just keep them all together, cut them out, just put the paper where I need them, cut it out, and I'm good to go. I like that there's different fonts and different ways to do it. You can mix and match the two sets. So that's by Tattered Lace, and I just love those dies. This one you guys have not heard me talk about. I have been using this Canon Selphy, It's a CP90, I believe. I've been using it for the last year, taking, printing out pictures of all of my grandbabies, and I love this machine. I'll be happy to do a video on it if you guys would like more information, but it's a top used tool. Next is my Misti stamping tool. I love this tool. I absolutely love it. I am not the best stamper in the world, but with this tool, I am. I rock it out. So this is my favorite stamping block, if you will. Mine's getting a little frayed around the edges. It is starting to crack and get, you can see a little piece just fell off of it. But it's getting a little battered, so I will be getting another one in the near future, but I absolutely adore this tool. Next is my Fiskars trimmer. Guys, I have gone through so many trimmers over the last 2 years. So many. I have thrown out, sold, given away. This is the only one that I love, and I absolutely love it. It's just the slide and cut kind. It has a little wire so you can see where you need to cut. It goes out to about 15 inches when the lever's pulled out. It's slim, easy to store, has a lock on it so my little buddy can't cut his fingers. And I cannot say enough about this trimmer. Next are going to be the scissors, and I added those in with the trimmers because I use my scissors to fussy cut. These are the EK tools, and of course the Tim Holtz, and those are the scissors that I use most often. Next, you guys have heard me say a bajillion times, my art glitter glue, guys. You're not ever going to find a better glue. It's not going to happen. This, hands down, is the best glue I've tried, and I've tried them all. Ever since I got this glue, I have not picked up my Ranger products. I have not picked up my glossy accents to glue with, and I have not picked up my tape runner. This is truly the only thing I use on my cards, and I love it. Art glitter glue. Next are the stamps that I reach for almost every single time I make a card. So I'm showing you these. They're not my favorite stamps, but they're the ones that I use the most often. They're all by Hero Hearts. All of these sentiments are by Hero Arts. And as you can see, there's just a nice variety. One has got the Merry Christmas, Valentine's, Happy Easter. The other one is a Operation Right Home. And the other one is just got, all the sentiments that you would use. Thinking of you, get well soon, congratulations, happy anniversary. And between those 3 sets, I always find what I need. And it's always serious, never cutesy. And that's what I like about those sets. Now, as far as for my distress inks, I love these stamps by My Favorite Things. I do not have the name of them in front of me at the moment, but they are their paint splotches, and I use them for backgrounds continuously. I absolutely love them, and I will have the description in the down bar. The next 2 sets are flowers, and they are from Stampin' Up. One is, I'm trying to see that, Stippled Flowers, and the other one is Flower Party, or Flower Patch. The Flower Patch set comes with dies, and the Stippled Flowers did not. They're just gorgeous, and I use them so much. What you're seeing now is my bucket of Lawn Fawn stamps. Now, I had to put these in there because you guys have heard me say I love Lawn Fawn. My favorite stamps in the entire world are Lawn Fawn stamps. I have so many of them, and I try to use all of them for different projects. I just absolutely love those stamps. For papers, if I'm going to be doing any watercoloring, of course I use the Ranger watercolor paper. For designer paper, this Lawn Fawn Polka Mon Ami is my favorite. I've gone through 2 completely. This is my 3rd one, and I have 2 backups. That's how much I love this paper. I have used it on probably every other project I've used this year. I love it. For any of my Copic or Spectrum Noir coloring or anything that's going to get colored, I use the Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth paper. It's what I found to work the best for me, and I just love it. So that's what I use for anything alcohol based. As far as cardstock goes, my favorite cardstocks to use is my Simon Says stamp. I buy it in the what is it called? The 26 assortment pack, and I buy a couple at a time. That way I always have a few colors on hand. If I need a specific color for a project, I'll order that, but I really enjoy having the variety pack. I love this cardstock. It's smooth, it's easy to use, it's gorgeous, it's very thick, stands up well to whatever you do. I absolutely love it. So you should give that a try if you have not. The second set of papers, cardstock papers that I go to all the time, if this ever rolls through here, is made by My Favorite Things. And they also have a variety pack. They call it their replenishments, and you get a few less sheets, but these sheets just tend to be a little sweeter looking. I can't even explain it. But the pinks and the reds, they're all just a little muted, a little more sweet. Both super smooth, both gorgeous. I reach for them both equally. I absolutely adore them. So those are the two makers that I grab for more often than not when I'm making the card. There is a third set of card stocks that I keep, and it's mostly because of the texture of the cards that I keep them, and that would be my basil cardstock, and you'll see that coming up here. I absolutely adore basil cardstock. I love it because of that little, see the little hash mark kind of markings in the paper it has? I just love it. I love the texture. So if I'm using something where I want that type of texture, then I always go to my basil cardstock. So those are my cardstocks. Now for my favorites that I put on after my cards are complete. I love my what is that, a Signo white gel pen, my glossy accents, and of course my Stella. That goes on pretty much every single card that I use. Okay guys, well that concludes this 2015 products that I most reach for video. I hope to see you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Bye bye now.